Okay. All right. All right. We're back, having some technical difficulties today. But we both are in agreement, I think, right? It wouldn't be bad for the Blue Jays to come to Manchester. So hopefully we can keep this rolling. Next thing I was going to bring up, we play on the Batwings together. I think that's how we all met. Do you have any favorite moments of the Batwings softball team?
Favorite moments.
Won a lot of games.
Yeah. So I joined, just like a little backstory, I joined the NHSSC to try to meet some more people up in Nashua and Manchester shortly after I moved here. And I know how to play softball and I'm okay at it, but I'm not super competitive or anything. And I joined it more for like the beer after the games and the socializing and stuff. And I got randomly put on the team with Dan and his three brothers. And this team, you had won like multiple championships before, right?
Yeah, we had won quite a few, and I think that you bring up a good point about the my social sports. It is for people that want to do that, and I think once we kind of like decide maybe maybe it's time we take our ball somewhere else, you know.
Yeah,
I do
so
still.
kind of like my first memory of Bobby was, I don't know, I was probably playing in the outfield and he was also playing in the outfield, and I went to catch a ball and it went right over my head. I don't think it was that far behind, but I turned around and Bobby's just sprawled out on the lawn with the ball in his glove. He had just done like a little dive and caught it, and I was just like, okay, awesome.
Such a hardo. Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun. Those a lot of fun times, and like you said, and I do think a lot of people, my social sports, I'll still play that, but you're right, it is to just kind of meet people, have a good time, and that's where it really should be at, you know. And I think all softball honestly should be that, you know. Do you have any favorite sports moments over the years? We've had a lot in New England.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, I like to watch sports for like the social aspect of it and like hanging out with my family, my friends and stuff. So definitely like the 2004 World Series is pretty memorable for me. I was still in high school. I was like 14 at the time. So it was like hanging out with my family and watching it every night. I remember that just being really fun to get into.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, it's going to take us into politics. A lot going on. Never a dull moment during the Trump administration. President Trump is now saying wearing a mask is patriotic. I asked Mr. President, where have you been since April on this? Is he worried about poll numbers?
Yeah, I mean that's a really good point. I don't know. It's really hard to like know what goes through his head because yeah, a week or two ago he was saying the complete opposite. It seemed like so. Um, I mean maybe it is for poll numbers. They have been going down, haven't they? And he's been having a hard time recognizing that. So it could be. Um, I think it'll be interesting to see how the public responds to that. If more of the public gets on board that it is a good thing and it can be patriotic, that would be really interesting to see. I don't know.
Yeah, I almost want to say to a lot of them is that wear a mask because it will help you defeat the liberals. I don't know. Whatever works to get them to do it. I mean, if this does work, I say then I would actually say, it's a little too late, but thanks for the gesture. But I do think that he's worried about poll numbers. In my opinion, is what I think it is.
Yeah, I think that would make sense for sure.
Now that brings us into Representative Ted Yoho of Florida. Approached Alexia Ocasio-Cortez, many people know her as AOC, pointed his finger at her, calling her disgusting and crazy, and as he walked away, called her an effing bitch, which we don't like to swear on this show, but this is a congressperson who did this. She went before today and discussed it. What are your thoughts on that? And especially, as a woman, that's pretty disrespectful. Beyond disrespect. I'm sorry, that's beyond. What were your thoughts on that happened?
Definitely disrespectful, and also just like so unprofessional. Um, I would hope that no one would ever speak to like a coworker or someone that they work professionally with in that way. And just like the fact that he thought he could say something like that in front of reporters, nonetheless. I mean, like even behind closed doors, you shouldn't say that, but it's ridiculous. I thought she had a really great response. I saw something that she said back, or she said in an interview or something that, "Hey, bitches get shit done." I thought she took it really well. I listened to her response today, and I thought it was really well said. I definitely respect her.
Now, let me ask you this, and just as a woman, do you think he would have done that? Would he approach a man like that? If you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge thing with like the feminist movement is like you say things to a woman that you wouldn't say to a man, and it's so hard to know like would he or would he not. Um, I don't think he would.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's still some people that they don't like. They don't like women speaking their mind or being politicians and stuff. I think, I know Hillary had a lot of she had a lot of baggage, but a lot of things that people gave Trump a pass on, they weren't willing to give her a pass on. So,
Yeah.
you have to wonder about the motives of people and what they're thinking. But I thought what he did was absolutely disgusting. We don't need. We already were so divided that you're as a politician, you're gonna pull a stunt like that. I wish she would have smacked him. I mean, honestly, that would have made my day. But who wins in November? Is it gonna be Biden? Is it gonna be Trump?
I don't know. I don't know. I think about it a lot, and I mean, we'll never know until election day. I remember with the election 4 years ago, I thought it would be Hillary without a doubt. Um, so I don't know. I'm hoping for Biden. I'll say that much.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to see. And I'm not one that I know polls are all we really can go off of. I'm not someone that's totally sold on poll numbers, but I do think that is in the president's head quite a bit, and we will see. We'll see how that goes. But all right, it's going to bring us into my favorite segment of the show, which is blank versus blank. And so, going to give you 2 words, 2 things. One goes away, one stays. Got to pick one.
Oh no. You froze again. Yeah, you're coming back, I think. Okay, are you there now? Thank you.
Back. Back. All right. Versus blank. First question. I just throw this one out. I've never asked this one before. Coffee or tea? Are you a coffee person or tea person?
Coffee.
Yeah, I used to be big time. I've kind of evolved on that, where I'm more of a tea person now, which I never thought I would see. For movies, would you rather watch a horror or action?
Oh, probably action. I'm not a huge horror. I like thrillers, but not a huge horror fan.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I love horror. But yeah.
Yeah.
Hiking in New Hampshire or hiking in Vermont?
New Hampshire. I don't think there's anything that compares to the White Mountains. I'm probably a little biased, but I love the White Mountains.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I've only done a little bit of hiking in Vermont, but I don't think anything compares. I think we're blessed to be where we are, to have those mountains there.
Yeah.
Now, 2 states you've lived in: New Hampshire or Massachusetts?
New Hampshire. I love New Hampshire.
So
Yeah.
even though you grew up in Mass, still going with New Hampshire over that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really proud to live in New Hampshire now. I really like it.
Yeah, all right, good answer. I like that answer. Um, winter activities: skiing or hiking, or winter hiking, I should say.
That's a hard one. I love both. Probably skiing though. Skiing's
Yeah.
just so fun.
See, I've went once in my life. Did not have a great experience, so I never went back. But maybe I
Yeah,
need to give it another try.
you have to keep going until it's fun because once like the scariness of it goes away. So
Yeah, I'll definitely try that again. Two things that you probably get stuck watching a lot: professional wrestling or football.
football, 100%.
No, I know. I think I knew the answer to that before I even asked it.
I like sometimes I'll watch wrestling with Bobby and I can watch it for a little bit, but the matches just go on too long for me and then I get bored.
Understandable. It's definitely not for everybody, right? And last one, this is always the hardest part of blank versus blank. And I asked Bobby this question when he was on the show, and he gave a pretty quick answer. And I think you even commented. You said that was a quick answer. Terry the cat or Roger the dog?
Oh no, I can't answer that. That's too hard. I mean, I've had Terry I've had since like I think he's 7 now. I've had him since he was a little kitten. Um, but Roger's awesome. We've had Roger for a year, but we can take him everywhere. He hikes with us. He comes on vacation. So I can't answer that. That's
All right, fair point. Because Bobby didn't even blink.
yeah.
I have to say I like them both. I've babysat Terry quite a few times, or at least gone over to feed him. But they're both great animals. Roger's a great dog. But yeah. So that's gonna wrap this up. We're sorry about the connection issues. Maybe Victoria, I don't know how things look. Maybe you come back for a studio interview where we don't have to worry about connection interviews like this.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be happy to.
So, all right. Well, awesome, Vic. I really appreciate you coming on. Everybody, continue to keep your heads up. We are in crazy times, but until next time, let freedom ring.